Thank you. It's great to have the filmmakers convention next door. They're obviously very happy. I can only add a few things to what you've already heard. You've met two of the groups and individuals that I want to thank on behalf of everybody in the film community. First of all, the Speaker and the legislators, the men and women standing behind me, and nobody has more respect for the job that they do than I do. And when this industry was on its knees back in the fall of 2005, it's this group and this Speaker and the Senate President and their capable staff, I see Judy Laster here, who came through with the original tax credit law. And I just want to tell the legislators who are here what a great job they did. In the 7 years prior to that tax incentive law, we had 4 studio films. And those films totaled $300 million. And the investment in Massachusetts was less than 10%, $27 million. 4 films, 7 years, $27 million. In the 15 months since the law they passed went into effect, we've already had 3 films, and the investment in Massachusetts has already been $80 million. 15 months, $80 million. So this legislator, and specifically these legislators, did magnificent work. But I have to tell you, this gentleman has taken it to a whole new level. When he walked across this state and he campaigned and he spoke so eloquently about the creative economy, none of us could have imagined that he would hit the ground running so swiftly, so sure-footedly, and there's no better demonstration of that than this. He feels the competition. He knows that Rhode Island is there and Connecticut is there and that Rhode Island just cranked their credit up to 30%. And he's not sitting by on his laurels or the work that these capable legislators have done. He's moving it to the next level. And just look at the people he surrounded himself with. Secretary O'Connell, Bob Coughlin, his undersecretary, Pat Cloney. These people get it, and they know what they're doing. You don't have to do what I call Murderer's Row here had to do back in the lonely days of 2004 and 2005. And I'm going to get to you in a minute. But we are especially grateful to this governor because this morning's Boston Globe had a headline in it that said the legislators are starstruck. They're not starstruck. They are job-struck. They are economy-struck. They are investment in Massachusetts struck. And I want to show you the face of the creative economy because we wouldn't even have the law except for the unsung work of a handful of people who are all here, as it turns out. When you think about movie making and jobs in Massachusetts, think about the people in front of the camera. Those are the ones you think of first, the actors, the actresses. Donna Summer is here, integrally important to this effort, representing the actors and actresses. The people behind the camera, Chris O'Donnell, he's representing hundreds and thousands of folks whose livelihood depends on this industry getting the kind of support that it's gotten from this governor and legislature. Joe Maiella represents a host of companies across this state who provide production services, and John McNeil, one of them, on his board. Sam Weissman, would we be here without the only guy in the room who can claim to have directed a $100 million movie, Sam Weissman. And hopefully there'll be many more of those. And I also want to single out the young man who is the new face of the people who drive the trucks and work the heavy equipment, who flew all the way up here from Washington, where he's negotiating down there to be here with us, the new president of the Teamsters, Sean O'Brien. We are better positioned today than any other state to capture millions and millions of dollars that are going to be spent somewhere, and hopefully they now will be spent here. And this specific law hopefully for us in the film office and for the people of Massachusetts, is going to have a profound effect on large budget movies like the one that Paramount is considering shooting in Lowell, Massachusetts. And boy, they could use a $40 or $50 million injection in their economy. So, Governor, on behalf of the people who work in the industry, on behalf of all of us who benefit from the indirect economy, the spin-off economy, the hotels, the restaurants, the taxis, the untold millions more dollars that get spent as a result of your efforts, we are so grateful for what you have done. Sal DeMacy, there's no words to thank you for holding the fort when there was nobody else. You and the handful of legislators who created this law in the first place and got everybody's attention, and of course, the incredible Murderers Row. I don't have any other description for them. Thank you very much. Thank you, Governor.